I'm now very close to the city of Brighton, and this is St Answell Gardens, which has been here from at least the 1700s when a well of medicinal waters was utilised, and lots of people came here to take of those waters. It was chalybeate, I think they call it, rich in minerals and so on. But as you can see, this was opened in 1908, so it's really old, and actually the Victorians absolutely loved it, and they had like a theme park kind of going on, which they loved generally. So there would have been a bandstand, and they had hot air balloon rides, they had a gypsy in a caravan, they had a man in a cave, they had all kinds of attractions. And Mrs. Flora Sassoon actually donated her croquet lawns to just on the right, I think, which is a garden for visual impairment. It's got lots of lovely scents in it. And even more exciting is this was the site of one of the first film studios. Hey there, DJ, Chad. Hi there, everybody. Darren. So George Albert Smith had a film studio here. He did one of the first kind of, I think, cine films, but I need to check that. 1897 to 1903, commemorating the centenary of cinema. So I'll do a specific stream on the history side of things another time. Hello, everybody. How are you? I haven't really been broadcasting much recently at all, in fact. So I'm getting back into practice. This is actually the scented garden to the right. That's a picture. They've got lots of pictures dotted around of what it was like when it opened. Hey, Steve. Thank you for joining. As you can see, we have glorious weather for September. It's actually warmer than it was in August. It's crazy. So here are the croquet lawns, former croquet lawns by Mrs. Flora Sassoon's very kind donation. I think the Sassoons were a bit like the Rothschilds of their day. And we have these lovely tennis courts here with lots of activity. Oh, thank you, Steve. I really appreciate you coming on. Appreciate all of you. And it's about 24 Celsius. Yay! So I'll just quickly show you a little bit of the scented garden area. Now, before lockdowns, we had quite a few festivals in St Answell Gardens. They did used to plant a lot of herbs and things like that in here. So it obviously hasn't been maintained as much as it probably would have been. Oh, that's good, DJ. I'm sorry, I've been very poor at I haven't broadcast or watched. Yeah, check out DJ DDK there. Fantastic music, regular music streams, which I absolutely miss music. I'm hoping I might catch some buskers when I go down towards the seafront. I've actually got to go to the doctor's because I fell off a bike a couple of months ago and my elbow's still not right. So it's really vast here, as you can see. They have all little different areas. I've actually been to a few music festivals here myself. But of course that's not going on, well, not here at the moment, although there is music going on in England. They've had Reading Festival, Leeds Festival, Boardmasters Festival. There's lots of, everything's open again. Whether that impacts with the COVID infection rates, we don't know. But apparently Cornwall has got a surge, and they did have the Boardmasters Festival there with, I think, 4,500 people. How beautiful is this, guys? Isn't it glorious? I don't know. Music's always excellent. Music is life. We cannot manage without it. So I'm not sure what these are. I don't know. They're not foxgloves. Pretty though. So it's really big. There's like so many different areas here. I think they're having a Midsummer Night's Dream theatre production outside, and they've got lots of unusual trees because a lot of exotic ones were planted. There was a hot air balloon ride that disappeared and ended up in somewhere like Norwich or Norfolk. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. So in here, is another section. Normally I don't have good signal here, but actually it's so good. Oh, that sounds typical, Chad. I've been to some smaller festivals, and oh my gosh, the amount of stuff that people leave behind. And I have some friends that went to Reading a few years ago. They actually acquired some very nice tents. Huge. Yeah, it's really terrible. So you've got bamboo in here, as you can see, and lots of pigeons and squirrels. A very, very big pond. I think there's a lot of big fish in here, as it seems to needs a little bit of maintenance. Can only see goldfish at the moment, but there's a big bird bath up there, and you can sit here and watch the birds. It's really pretty. I like the fact it's so close to the city centre. You literally be 5 minutes into the city centre of Brighton, and yet you're in this paradise. Well, there's a tent. Talking of tents, you're in this gorgeous green paradise and full of nature, and you wouldn't know you've got cars all over the place, just literally 5 minutes away. As you can see how lovely it is. I'll take you to where that well was, because of course it's called St Anne's Well, and there is some history going back to that. There's my shadow. So I'm just trying to give you a snapshot of this. I have actually got a book with all the historical reference points, and I keep meaning to do a broadcast with that for people that are interested in the history. There's a particular tree here that all the pigeons... Oh, there's a squirrel. There's so many squirrels in this park. I generally can't bring Henry in here when all the squirrels are increasing certain times of the year. So yeah, there's a branch where they all sit. If you come in late at night, it's quite spooky, because you look up and you see all these birds looking down at you. I'll try and show you. Yeah, I know, it seems a bit crazy. I agree with you. I've seen pagodas, everything left behind, Chad. They just don't bother. The birds are normally all up here, but of course I said it, so you won't probably see them. I think they're all eating, actually. I know. There's a squirrel. Just so they've got all these fenced off as well, generally, so that dogs can't go in. Keep dogs out, which is good. This is where the well is here. I'll just show you. I won't go right up to... Oh no, they all sit on this one up here, actually. So lovely siren going off. So this is the well here. I'll just show you what it says. There we go. The site of a pump house used to extract spring water, with a long reputation for health enhancing properties. The water is rich in iron. It was recommended as a tonic by Dr. Richard Russell, 1687 to 1759. That's the well there. Well, that's where the well was. It's obviously not there anymore, but you can sit down here. It's really pretty. So, yes, it was developed as a small but important spa. It has royal connections. Mrs. Fitzherbert, renowned in quotes, friend of the Prince of Wales, later to become King George IV, also recommended the water. Then loads of people basically came to take it after she recommended it. So it fell into disrepair in 1935. So look, Anglo-Saxon origin originally, which is quite amazing. Right, so keep on a bit. That's actually very true, because I read or remember actually, even on HAPS, they were saying that the Burning Man festival, even though that is massive in the desert there, there's no like rubbish. People would be so shamed if they left any rubbish. So everybody is made to feel responsible, the whole ethos of it. So as you say, that is what should take place across the board. Yeah, they were talking about that, the HAPS founders. They kind of wanted HAPS to be the equivalent in a way with regard to moral integrity and, you know, keeping everything so that everybody respected the community in a similar way. So we're in the squirrel zone here. So we've got one there. as you can see, bouncing around, quite tame. Let's see, where's that squirrel gone? There he is. There's loads of them around. Oh, what's he got? We only have those. We don't have the red squirrels here. I guess it's going to be hibernating. He's got quite a white colouring. There he is. There's a little pigeon. There's another squirrel up there. So you can basically walk all the way around here as well. Amazing, great signal. I never used to have great signal when I used to broadcast on Periscope here. Some lovely flats here. There's another squirrel just there. Well, they will be stocking up for the winter, getting as many nuts and so on to store. The trees are lovely because they're so old. They also have a really, really big play area here for children. So that's nice, and it's all in a different section. Look at our blue sky. Isn't that amazing? Does anybody have the time? Chad? I best make sure I don't miss my appointment. It would not be a good idea. They have a cafe down there. They used to have a bowling green. I think that's now become a community garden. Yeah, they do actually, in fairness, you're right. But even there, I was speaking to some of the people that used to go around and collect all the tents. Everything was left, not just tents. You know, even like sleeping bags and all sorts of stuff. Oh, okay, I best go in a minute. I'll just show you this. Yeah, the play area's in full swing. Maybe kids have gone back. So we have a lot of unusual birds in here as well. Here we go. I know I've shown some of you this before. Some really lovely. I think I saw a willow warbler in here last time. Yeah, some really unusual ones all in here, which does not surprise me because I've seen so many. Yeah, it's a great location for music because it's quite sheltered. You can see them all up there, Goldcrest and all the others. Quite a few collared doves. I haven't seen so many seagulls, but it's nice and wild, so everyone loves it. There are little pictures. I have shown you one. I think I've gone past all the others. So you can come down here. You usually see a lot more dogs. The children's play area is on the other side of this. There's another section there where people kind of eat picnics and sunbathe. There's a cafe down there with tables out. One of the few places during lockdown, one of the first ones to open when you could get takeout coffees. And because the benches were already there, you were actually allowed to sit on them. Most places you weren't. They weren't allowed to actually put benches out. So as you can see, you can also walk around here. This is that other little, this is a quieter area, I guess. And then some lovely palm trees and exotic plants. And then there's another area. It's quite vast, actually. So this is where some of the music festival used to take place. They had different stages. The big play area over there. And more greenery. It's a great place to live, actually. The film studio was just on the other side, I think, of this area. Pretty sure it was, from memory. It's not there now. There's no building, but I remember reading up on it. I'll just take you down through the sunny tree and then I'll finish on this one. We've done a bit of a circuit. See, I think they've got a nursery there, or a kindergarten now, which is nice. I think the film studio was one of the first films to have been made. Just literally, I think just on one of those far corners down there. So another greenery area, really nice to sit out when the weather's like this. So I'm going to say bye to everyone now. Thank you for coming on. Have a good weekend, guys, if I don't see you again. And stay safe and keep well. Bye for now. And if you're not following already, I usually do quite regular streams from the South Coast. So hit subscribe to get notified. I'm hoping to try and find some music on the weekend and maybe later today. There we go. Leave you with some tree foliage. Bye for now, everybody, and happy Friday. Bye.